It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, we have done it. We have reached finish line Friday, and around here, these pods, that means we have got a top tune to be talked about. Lay it on us, Johnny.
Well, you know, the whole week has been kind of a memorial to my good friend Larry Foster.
Remembering when Larry Foster was still with us.
And I don't drink anymore, and I'm pretty sure Larry didn't drink anymore. But in my shop, I know I got at least one, maybe two beers.
Okay.
And I don't know why they're there, but now I know why they're there. I guess they're there for special occasions.
Yep.
And I'm going to go home, and I'm going to drink a beer.
In honor of Larry Foster.
In honor of Larry Foster, because we drink lots of beers together. But have you ever heard of Luke Bryan?
Absolutely.
I don't know Luke Bryan.
Oh, he's a pretty boy.
I'm not up on Luke Bryan.
He's one of these young country. He's that new country kind of stuff.
But he had a song called Drink a Beer.
He must be pretty good because he catches most of the flack for the young country, so they always beat up on the biggest and the best one, you know?
Yeah. But this song was written by Jim Beavers and Chris Stapleton. And I figure as Chris Stapleton wrote it, it's got to be a pretty good song.
No doubt about it.
I ain't never heard it. Probably don't want to hear it. But if it's got Drink a Beer in it, I'm okay with that. Larry Foster be okay with that. Like I said, I don't know if Larry still drink or not. We hadn't drank together in a long time, but when we did drink together, we drank enough together for a lifetime.
There you go. Absolutely.
But I'm going to go home, and I'm going to go down to my shop.
Sit right here.
And I'm going to turn on the stereo, and I'm going to sit back and look at my 55 Chevrolet, Miss Gladys.
Yep.
Named after my first grade teacher. I might even start it up. Let it sit there and idle. And I'm going to drink a beer and think about Larry Foster.
Sit right here, think of you, drink a beer.
There you go.
All right. Hey, that's going to wrap up Remember When with Uncle John for this week. Not only for today, but for the week. We do want to thank Sherwin-Williams House Paint, The Shopper's Guide, Prescott Raceway, and ProMed Ambulance Service for being our wonderful sponsors for this great little show. Hey, if you missed any of the shows this week, you can go check out our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, YouTube, or you can even find us on Facebook at Yes Radio Work. And before we forget, I want to remind everybody that they can make plans to attend the Fall Family Festival hosted by the VFW Post 4554 Auxiliary. That's coming up this Saturday, August 29th. It's going to be at the Boys and Girls parking lot on Fairview Road across from the Y95 radio station here. There will be several local business vendors, food vendors, bake sales, games and prizes for the kids. Be sure to wear your costume. Come on out and have a good time. So I guess we'll see you next week, John.
See you next week, Kelly.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.